Welcome to Talk Theory. It's your host, Kiara Barnes, where I talk all things life, what makes us human, and what makes us superhuman. Sit back, relax, and join me for a chat. Hey, hello everyone. Happy New Year. Oh my gosh, it's 2023, people. The first episode of the new year. Before we get into it and get on topic today, I have some more exciting news. People, tomorrow is the final drop of season 2 Fantasy Island. We premiere tomorrow. Oh my gosh. It happened so quickly, but also not. It's kind of odd. We're airing on Fox, 8/7 Central. Next day on Hulu. If you haven't watched the first season in a while, I believe it's completely up on Hulu. So you can, at least plug in what the last episode was so you know where we're starting. Give yourself a little refresher. But I'm so excited for this to finally come out. Oh my gosh. You have no idea. The season was such a joy to film, and everyone just did such a good job, especially the writers with the storytelling and the script in general. So stay ready for that. All right. Get excited. I'm excited. And let me know. When y'all watch. Find me on Instagram and let me know what you thought about the opener. I want to say so much, but I'm not going to. I don't want to spoil because it starts off with a bang. Okay. Oh yeah, you can follow me at Whoa, what is going on? Hi, at Kiara Barnes Official on Instagram. DM me there. I want to know how y'all feeling. Okay, I'm excited. I love you guys very much, and I shall see you there. Now, to get into today's episode, I feel like when a new year comes, it's always a good time to reflect, release, and renew. It's really nice to see how far you've come and all the things you did and all that, and also just to let it go. It's like a nice part about the end of the year is just releasing that, you know what? I did what I could with this year, and hey, we're finished, we're done, so there's that. It's like a clean slate. And for me, with this clean slate, I'm going to start off my year with the energy called the princess effect. All right? Where you're essentially just handed things. There's no more fight. There's no more force. The princess effect to me is just that. That it's not to say that I'm not going to work for anything, or I'm just going to sit around. It's more about I just do what I want and put myself first. My needs. I feel like I've definitely had a habit of always catering to others before me, making sure I'm meeting others' expectations before my own. And, that's something I just, I want to leave in the past, I think 22, there was a lot of points and times throughout the year where I was just being asked to do exactly that for myself. And to be real, it's exhausting. Feeling like you need to be the one initiating everything and fixing everything. And this applies in relationships, career, personal life, but specifically within relationships. I've always been the one to care for, to cater to help. But I found that leaving my cup empty. And at the same time, shorten the ability of the person I'm in a relationship with to have their own self-growth moment. It's like taking that experience away from them before they can even figure it out for themselves. Like, I was talking to a friend about this, and we were just talking about the healing process and seeing how far we've come. And we've all gone through or are going through a healing stage, right? None of us are perfect, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, no matter what it was that was said to us, whatever, it was us that made the decision to feel better. It was yourself that decided you weren't going to stay down for any longer. And you just had to face what it is or what it was in your life that could be the cause for that, and how you can either live with it or live without it, or figure out a way to make yourself just feel better. Right? If that means pulling back from certain friend groups, from partying, relationships, whatever it was, you became priority in your life. And you were willing to do that on your own. And that's exactly what it took. You caring about yourself, you loving yourself. And at the end of the day, yeah, it's nice to hear kind things from the people around you and to know that you have support, of course, but it is still you. It's you that has to decide to make those changes for yourself, for them to really stick. There's been plenty of times where I've been given advice by maybe a friend or a family member. And at the time, I just didn't want to hear it because of whatever reason. I wasn't ready to hear it, maybe not mature enough, whatever. And I've either taken that advice, but didn't really understand or care for it in the way until it was shown in a different way, where I was still forced to be the person to have that shift in my own head. I hope this is making sense. It is to me. But basically saying that you have to have your own light bulb moment. People can tell you all kinds of things, but it's really up to your own life experience that makes you go, oh, wait a minute. You have to decide for yourself. And this applies definitely in relationships, right? Like knowing when to step back and let people do their own thing. And the princess effect is just saying you know your worth and how much love you've put into investing in yourself, and to not approach me if you're not willing to do the same. Like I said, there's no more convincing, explaining, or pleading with someone to show up for you. Like, excuse me, okay? Excuse me. Beg for the bare minimum? Babes. No, thank you. No. I'm just no longer interested in that. It's actually just a turnoff, really. It's just a turnoff. 2022 was all about finding, I think I said earlier, my confidence and my voice and what it was that I wanted and needed. And now doing all that self-work and taking the time to look inward, I know all of that. I know all of that. Settling is just not doable. It's just not in the cards to get anything less than what I deserve or what I'm already giving myself. That's the wild part, is when you start loving yourself so deeply and start giving yourself everything that you ever wanted, whatever, it is really hard to accept bare minimum or anything less than that, because it's like, well, hang on. I already know how it feels to feel good and to be giving myself all the attention and love and appreciation, respect, whatever. So when someone else can't do that, it's just, like I said, just a turnoff. Like it's not that I hate you or anything like that. It's not that serious. It's just that, oh, like I'm not really as attracted in that, or I'm not that missing quality from you. It's not very impressive. And I think the hardest part and decision of letting go of a person when you realize, they're just not really stepping up to the plate, is the unknown. Because that means you have to believe that someone else is out there that can do all those things, right? You have to basically go into the unknown willingly. And I think that can be nerve-wracking, because as soon as we find someone that we connect with, even on the slightest whatever, we just want to stay within that. And, we just want to be comfortable. And that makes sense. But sometimes what's comfortable can be uncomfortable too. And it's like, this fear of, but I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen in the unknown. But you didn't really know what was going to happen even with the person you're with or whatever. Like, you didn't know any of their thoughts, all of their thoughts and their moves, right? Like you can't know anyone's everything. So you're virtually where you started off anyway. And to be honest, it's actually become hard for me to settle. And I can feel when I'm doing it, because of all this work that I've done with myself, because I know how easy it is to show up for me. So when the relationship starts to feel like work, it starts to feel more stressful than fun. That's because I'm allowing someone to bypass some of the boundaries that I've placed for me. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. I have like these texts coming in. What is going on? But sorry, hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm not going to cut any of this. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, you guys are just rocking with me. Okay, there we go. Like I was saying, it's hard for me to do that because I'm already giving myself so much. And look, the truth is, some people's threshold and limit for boundaries and standards are different than mine. And that's perfectly fine. That's okay. That just means they're not my match. Just because they're not my match doesn't mean that they're not someone else's match. Because everyone has their own set of things that they're willing to budge or not budge on. And I don't really think there's more to it than that. And for me, I've just decided that there's things that I won't budge on. I mean, if we're talking basics, I'm talking about basic. Consistency, communication, effort, attention to detail. These are basic. The cherry on top is all the fun stuff, planning things to do, going on dates, still being courted, having fun experiences. These aren't wild, out of the box ass, these aren't far-fetched. They're pretty attainable. So that's why I'm like, if you can't even meet at obtainable, I'm gonna have to let you go. But yeah, I've just decided I'm ready for someone to show up and be that rather than trying to teach someone or fix someone into being that way. I'm enjoying the princess effect and just allowing. By the way, clarify, the princess effect is an energy. All right? It's not gender specific. It's just what it is. The princess effect is just an energy. The energy of leaving the stress behind and letting the ease in. Now, real quick, how do we apply the princess effect to work, though? And it's simple. To one, know your worth and value. What do you bring to the table? And getting real with yourself of what it is that you provide, and then figuring out what else you could bring and working on that. Because you want to have this undeniable amount of confidence that you know what you're doing and know the value you bring. Why? Well, because that already turns all that nervous energy or perspective that can be carried by the whole separation of job position or description. It flips all of that. All of that nervous energy, all of that, oh, but this person's higher than me. Oh, they're trying to hire me. All of that fear and all that stuff really goes out the window when you know for a fact that you are good at what you do and have honed on what you do, put in the work personally because you're passionate about it. That is just unmatched. That having that energy versus the nervous energy, there's no comparing. And basically just doing all that you can and doing it to the best of your ability and letting the rest come to you. Not doing the extra work, not stressing yourself with wanting and needing to be seen. What happens if you just do what you need to do and let the rest come to you? What would happen? What would happen if we all just released a little bit of control? Just a tiny bit to see what would come forward. And I have a feeling the floodgates would open, And I already know from experience of trying it on other things, it feels really good to let go of a lot of just unnecessary stress. You let go of the need to fix everything and allow everything to just pan out how it's meant to, trusting that you're enough, that you did your part. And if you need to do more, you'll know. It'll get brought to you. Someone will say, hey, can you do that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's really just that, just allowing things to pan out. And truly, the princess effect is just about believing in yourself before needing anyone to believe in you first. It's about putting yourself first. No more chase. Just receive with everything. No more force. No more stress. Playing with the idea of how much ease can I really inject into every facet of my life? How much ease and joy can I bring into my life because I've decided that that's how I want it to look like? Just play, just see. And This is the year I've decided to fully have the princess effect in motion. So I'll do a check-in with you all, perhaps at the end of 2023, to tell you how it went. But that's my motto this year. That's what I'm going with. That's the journey. So this week's theory is, if everyone is a mirror to you, being the highest version of yourself will only attract that in all areas of your life. If everyone is a mirror to you, being the highest version of yourself will only attract that in all areas of your life. Think on that. That's a good one. A good, really good reminder of how our environments, the people around us, are a reflection of the quality of life we've decided to receive. Wow. Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you for giving a listen to today's episode. I just love being able to talk with you all and be real. And, cheers to a beautiful year ahead. I'm really optimistic and looking forward to seeing all the beautiful blessings to come for me, my family, friends, and to all of you listening. Let's put the energy out to receive so much love and give love back and just be abundant this year. That's it. Remember, tomorrow, January 2nd, is the day Fantasy Island drops our second season. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. It's on Fox, 8/7 Central. I will see you there. I love you very much. And we're out. See you next week. Okay. Love you. Bye.